Welcome back to Edgework, part of the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel. I'm Zack Phillips, joined by Alex Moretto and So Money here on this Thursday morning to break down tonight's games, answer questions from the chat, give out best bets, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to get right into it here today. We'll dig into all the games. We'll get to our anytime goal scorer or no goal scorer parlay, however we decide to do it by the end of the show here today. But before we do any of that, the NHL is back and FanDuel is bringing more action than ever because everyone knows hockey just hits different. Load up a power play with the hottest same-game parlays found on the Parlay Hub. Lace them up and follow your bets with player prop tracking or bet on the fly with the Pulse. The hunt for the cup starts here. Get more from the NHL with FanDuel, North America's #1 sports book. Right now, new customers kick off the season with $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just place any $5 bet. You'll get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Please play responsibly. You must be 19 plus, physically located in Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-866-531-2600. That's 1-866-531-2600 or visit connectsontario.ca. So, Money, have you been keeping up with all the cookie conversation over the last few days?
I have, and there's one answer, right? Like anything without chocolate sucks, right? Like
That's fair, yeah.
right. So like that's just the only answer. And those and I forgot those like cookies that that were like always in the house when like we were kids. It wasn't like a blue. It was like a blue. Oh, those Danish cookies. Those like butter
Oh, yeah.
cookies.
Yeah,
Right? Like
yeah.
so anything with chocolate or those, that's the only correct answer here.
Okay,
Everything
fair
else
enough.
sucks.
Yeah,
Wow.
these, I gotta find an image.
We've never disagreed more.
And
Moretto's just
and
said any kind of cookie is good.
Dad's oatmeal cookies? Those suck?
Sorry?
Come on.
Which-
Dad's
which
oatmeal
one?
cookies? Those oatmeal cookies, you know?
yeah, those ones are great.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good.
Those are good.
Yeah. The most overrated cookies are the oatmeal raisin cookies.
Oh
Terrible.
my gosh.
Absolutely
gosh.
terrible.
We're starting
That
this
was
on the wrong foot.
That was an intentional shot right there, Moretto. All right, well, we will get into today's games here. We'll give out best bets. Just a quick recap of what happened yesterday for us here on the show. If you did follow along, we gave out one best bet. That was the under 6 -120 in Buffalo, LA. That one cashes. So there you go. One winner for yesterday, one bet given out. As far as the anytime goal scorer and the no goal scorer parlay, Albert with the scum move putting in Tage Thompson. So there's hot start to that one. And then the only winner of that ends up being Wyatt Johnson. On the flip side, the no goal scorer parlay, we were 3 for 4, and the only one that did not hit was Dadanov. So the
Nice little
competing
empty netter.
head-to-heads, yeah, it's just
Empty
like,
netter with the second
Great.
empty netter of the game for the Stars too. Like just such an irrelevant goal.
brutal. Like just no reason for that to happen, and that sewers the anytime goals parlay. If we hit that one on the first day, Moretto, I don't know. We might have had to put Albert into retirement after that. If we
Yeah.
hit it and then he pulled that nonsense with the Tage Thompson thing, that might have been it for him. But
What a low class
we'll get
move.
into we'll get into today's games.
Wait,
Best
what did he
bets.
do?
Well, he knew Tage Thompson was more than likely not playing and
But he
still
was
put him in the anytime
questionable.
goals parlay because then in his mind, then he would be void of the leg, and then he would only have to worry about 3 for 3 rather than 4 for 4. Like he knew Tage Thompson was not playing and put him in anyways.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing out here, man.
Yeah. It was brought up by the chat by like numerous people. Moretto put it up to him, and he was like, "I'll put him in anyways." He's like, "In worst case, it's void." I'm like, well,
Erroneous.
erroneous.
And just to answer Shane quickly in the chat, no, we have been just tracking them as 1 unit plays, which is why our overall records for like each of our tags doesn't add up to what our units are on the show.
Yeah. Sam just tweeted at hold on. Sam just tweeted at us here, Moretto, I think. Just baked some cookies. Yeah, this is what was being cooked up last night.
I'd still eat those, honestly. It's still nice and crispy.
All right, let's get to today's games. Enough of that. We'll break them down. If you guys have questions, send them in the chat. We'll start with Carolina, New Jersey. The Hurricanes here tonight, plus 104. The Devils, minus 125. Total of 6.5, plus 100 over, minus 122 under. Moretto, get us started on the day here. What are your thoughts on this game right now?
So really too bad that this comes on a back-to-back for Carolina, because we're not going to necessarily see the clash of maybe the two best teams in the Metro, like we would have I guess at full strength or on equal rest or whatever. I do think Carolina is the best team in this division, and they're extremely consistent. You know what effort you're going to get from them. That's something the Devils kind of struggle with a little bit still. At the top of their range, the Devils are great, but you can't rely on them hitting that all the time. Still too many off nights. I look at that Tampa Bay game the other night, the Edmonton game a couple weeks ago. They're still a little bit erratic as they kind of find their full identity under Sheldon Keefe, and they're still a younger team. Like, I can understand that. Yeah, Devils took a little bit of money overnight. I get it. Obviously, with the Canes on a back-to-back here, and Spencer Martin probably going to go. But Martin's coming off a really strong start. Like, it is Markstrom for New Jersey, and Markstrom's been a little bit erratic as well. So, yeah, I think the total maybe is, like, with this goaltending matchup, I would somewhat lean towards an over, but it's not something I'm betting, and I just haven't bet anything here. It would be Carolina or nothing for me at this current price, though.
All right, well, Carolina or nothing, but right now it's nothing. So, Money, is there anything for you in this one?
Yeah, so I did bet the under here. Couple of things. Both teams are playing very well, right? Both of these two teams are probably the two best teams in the East right now. And I know that Florida is there as well, but I'm just talking about their current form right now. And Carolina's on a back-to-back, as Alex said. That is unfortunate. But what I do see is that a couple of these, both of these teams are stressing defense right now. And even though we'll get Spencer Martin in net, I think that at a 6.5, there's still value there on the under, because I think that we're not taking into account that Spencer Martin is not playing the same way that he did last year. Right, he is playing. He is playing better, and he is playing with a team that is stressing better defense. So I did play the under. I think that New Jersey is trying to tighten it up as well. Two of the top 5 defensive cores in the league right now, and both teams stress playing the same way. So I think that we're on the under here.
Under 6.5, minus 115 here. So, Money.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, there you go. We'll lock that in. Also, Rod here says, I do not trust Spencer to get another shutout off his only career shutout. I don't think we're necessarily looking for another shutout here. That's not what gets us the under 6.5. It helps, but it's not necessary. So, and that's not necessarily the goal in this one. Under 6.5, minus 115. Locked in here as our first best bet of the day, courtesy of So Money. So adding that one in, if you do want to track all the bets that we give out, BetStamp app at Edgework HQ. Make sure to check that out. Keep it moving. Next game of the night here, Colorado, Washington. The Avalanche here in this matchup, minus 146. The Caps, plus 122. Total of 6.5, minus 108 over, minus 112 under. So, Money, do you got a best bet to follow up here with this?
I don't in this game, but I'm really looking forward to this game. It sucks that I won't see Ovechkin. I was it's so funny throughout Ovechkin's career, early in his career, I got caught up in the whole Crosby Ovechkin thing, and I was a Crosby guy, and like Ovechkin sucks and all that. But then as his career's gone on, I've really come to appreciate the way that he's played, and I've wanted him to break the record, and I thought that I thought there was no chance he would do it this year. I thought next year he would do it, but the way he was going, and with the break that he's going to get in the middle of the season for the Four Nations tournament or whatever, I thought that that break would be really beneficial for him when in his career, come back re-energized, and and go take a run at the record this year. But I don't know how that's going to work out. So that was unfortunate. But both these teams, I really want to bet on going forward. I'm bullish on both. I think that it is lined. It is lined correctly here. Colorado getting out to into the minus 130s on the road. I think that's probably fair without Ovechkin. So I will pass on this game, but really looking forward to watching it.
Moretto, are you going to pass on this one as well?
Yeah, I am. I was hoping for a cheaper price on Colorado. We're not going to get that. Kind of a clash in styles. Like Colorado's playing very tight games, good defense, not a high volume offense. Caps kind of the opposite, run and gun, exciting, lots of fun. Their games right now. No Obi, obviously a big blow, and we just saw these two teams play a week ago. It finished 5-2 Caps. It was not a 5-2 game. The Avs were the better team, somewhat, at least a 5-on-5. And overall, there were just 2 expected goals at 5-on-5 in that game. It was a very, very quiet game. Like the Avs did get to, kind of slow down the Caps approach and play that, get them to play a little bit more of their style. That being said, I'm not looking to get on an under here, just with probably a Noonan and everything that's going on here. I just don't like where the price is at. I do think Caps, though, I still think they're a really good team, even though their underlying numbers have come down a little bit of late. And obviously, we'll see how they react now to no Ovi, who's been on an absolute tear to start the season. Caps shooting 17% at 5-on-5 in November. That's going to come way down. That has to come way down. It's unsustainable to keep scoring at the rate they're scoring at. Still a very good team, but I do think there is some regression coming for this team. So I was hoping to get on the Avs. I was hoping for a better price. We didn't get it. So I'm just going to sit it out.
All right, Vegas, Ottawa. The Golden Knights plus 134, Sens minus 162. Total 6.5 here tonight, minus 105 over, minus 115 under. Moretto, I'll let you take the lead on this game. Vegas, Ottawa, anything piquing your interest?
So no, not really. Vegas, I mean, this would be a spot where I would like to get on an under typically. Vegas struggling offensively right now. Ottawa unders are something I want to keep betting, but I just don't love the spot here with Ullmark. He's really struggling, and this is going to be a Samsonov game for Vegas, and he's just blown up in his last 2 after a really strong start to the year. So he's kind of a mystery bag right now. Yeah, so just given this goaltending matchup, I do think stylistically, this kind of points itself to an over. Vegas. Vegas is just not a team I want to back right now either. I talked about it yesterday. I just didn't like. The price was kind of decent on Vegas, but I just didn't want to get on it just because I haven't seen enough from them, and I'm still not seeing enough from them. They're struggling to score goals. I would have liked to be on an under here, but I would have preferred a much different goaltending matchup, maybe on a different day. But for right now, I'm just going to sit this game out completely. And I need to see more from Vegas before I start to get on them.
So Money, you're up here. I saw you shaking your head while that explanation was going on of tonight's games.
I wasn't shaking my head at Moretto. You guys know what I was shaking my head at. Yeah, but I agree. I think that this would have been an under game, but I can't get there with Samsonov. Allmark hasn't been playing well. Then you look at the over. Well, if you have two goaltenders who are struggling, why don't we look at the over? But we're already at the 6.5. So how much more over do you want to go here, right? So so the 6.5 has been adjusted for the goaltending matchup. Both teams, Vegas is struggling offensively, so I will pass on this one as well. It's too many variables. I thought that I am showing an edge on Vegas, but subjectively, I'm not going to bet on Samsonov right now. So so I will pass on this game.
You guys aren't all amped up for the Samsonov Allmark revenge game after Samsonov got mad at Allmark for his comments in the summer and then made comments on his Instagram. You guys not see all that stuff?
I don't even remember that.
I had no idea.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it actually did happen where Allmark was asked about his thoughts on Joseph Woll in the playoff series against Boston, and he said he was surprised they kept Samsonov in for so long and then didn't play Woll. He thought Woll was better with the team, and then Allmark posted something on, or something was posted on Instagram about Allmark signing, and Samsonov like made some comment on the Instagram post, and then it started beef between the two. So that's what I'm referring to, but
I'm here
it
for a
doesn't
goalie fight
actually mean
tonight.
anything. But
I'm here for a
yeah, that
goalie
is
fight,
funny.
though.
That'd be
It would be
outstanding.
exciting. Yeah. All right. There you go. There's Vegas, Ottawa. Move on to Utah, Boston. The Hockey Club is plus 142. The Bruins minus 176. Total of 5.5. Minus 118 over. Minus 104 under. So, Money, are you expecting the coach fired / new coach bump here for the Bruins tonight?
I am, but it's already in the line, right? Like we're into the minus 160s now, right? So that sucks. I think that yeah, I would expect Boston to play better. I mean, like how much worse can it get for them, right? I thought that maybe we can look at the under, but I'm not there on Utah right now. They're starting to struggle. They're starting to struggle defensively as well. So another game I'm going to pass on. There's a lot of matchups today where I just can't get there. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think that Boston is the side, but the number is already there. So and we have a 5.5, so that's already accounted for Boston not being able to generate much, and it doesn't. Yeah, I'll not got nothing there.
All right. Moretto, do you have anything in this one?
Yeah, no, same thing. Pretty boring, but I don't know if you guys saw McAvoy's comments yesterday, though. I thought that was pretty awesome. Obviously, they have some like good leadership in that room, and I do think that for whatever reason they just had to get rid of Montgomery, and I think they will be fine with the new voice. They haven't been like bad, like they've been bad but not bad. Like they've been playing okay. They're just not really scoring the way maybe they've deserved to, and they're just not getting the goaltending. And like I definitely expect a bump tonight. I expect a big response from them. I do expect them to win this game, but it is very much the price is very much baked in. And while I do expect a response, like I don't think for Swayman's sake he can just flip a switch and be great again. That's not how it works. So it's still gonna like I still have to see that, and he's still gonna need some more time to get back to his game. So until then, I can't bet an under 5.5 at given that. So I'm just gonna stay off this one altogether.
Is this true? Are you a closeted Bruins mega fan? Alex from
No,
North
I
Shore?
think the roster is actually good. And I think they're built for like playoff success. So I do want to be on them in some capacity going forward. And I just haven't found the right time for it yet. But it's coming. It's definitely coming. Definitely
All
not a
right.
closeted Bruins fan though.
Okay. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit the like button, please make sure to like the stream here today. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you get notified every single time we go live. Anytime we're going to be breaking stuff down, giving best bets, doing goal scorers or no goal scorer parlays. If you're watching on Twitter and you want to participate in the show here today, easiest way to do so is over on YouTube. Make sure to head on over to YouTube and join the YouTube chat there. I know that there are a lot of people watching on Twitter right now, so head on over to the YouTube channel, join us over there, and we will continue to be able to read your comments, answer your questions in the while the show goes on here. Let's go to Tampa, Columbus. The Lightning are minus 170. The Blue Jackets are plus 140. Total of 6.5, minus 108 over, minus 112 under on FanDuel right now. Moretto, anything for you here tonight?
So not yet. I am dialed in here though to see if, and I'm not necessarily expecting it, but I'm dialed in to see if we get a Johansson start. I think it's very, very, very possible. And if so, I won't be able to bet the over fast enough. So until then, I've got nothing here, and I just kind of sitting and waiting. But like, I really would like to get on an over if we do get the Johansson confirmation. It's been 5 starts in a row now for Vasilevsky. I'm refreshing Tampa news pretty consistently here. Yeah, like the Blue Jackets did have a bit of a nice run defensively, but it came against some bad teams, not exactly high scoring teams at least. So I do think I do think they do tend to give up a lot more when they step up in class, and this Tampa team is obviously a big step up. And on the other side of things, Columbus has been generating pretty consistent offense when they're regardless of opponent. So if we do get Johansson here, yeah, I'll be getting involved. I just don't know when we're gonna find that out. So if I do see something, I will interrupt anyone pretty quickly and get that going.
Okay. So Money, are you getting involved in this game in any way?
Yeah, I am. For the first time this season, we are on Jonas Johansson watch officially.
There we go.
Yeah, this situation here. If he's confirmed in, you bet the over 6.5, 7.5, 8.5. This is a perfect opportunity here for us to make our Johansson money. I suspect he is going to start, but we really need that. We really need that confirmation.
Yes.
The Tampa Bay Twitter account yesterday posted a picture of him on like one of those like carts, and he was like dressed, and he was like kind of like rowing his boat there. It's I can't describe it properly, but like you should go look it up. But it's on the Tampa Bay Twitter account. So I would expect him to start, but it's just too important for us not to get the confirmation first. So we will wait for that confirmation. And again, there's not much here. If he's in, then this is a good spot for us to make our money on Johansson overs.
So for those watching or listening, make sure to be keeping a close eye on the goalie situation there in Tampa tonight. Next game to take a look at, the Islanders Red Wings. We've got New York minus 134, Detroit plus 112, total of 5.5, over minus 128, under plus 102. So Money, we go back to you on this one. What are your early thoughts on this game, where the lines are currently sitting at?
Nope, no thoughts.
Nothing. Okay,
so
there you go.
Both of these teams, right? Islanders, I bet them against Calgary, and they were lucky that they got out of that game with the point. I thought that they're just struggling. They're not the same team. So and I expected a much better effort against Calgary. Detroit, same thing. Detroit's having trouble generating consistent offensively. But you look at the number though, right? So the Islanders are out to what are we at into the minus 130s?
We're getting that hard right now, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not there. If we can get the Red Wings into the plus 120 range, I will bet small on them just for the number. But other than that, I don't have anything here.
Moretto, do you have anything in this one?
No, I was pretty disappointed in the Islanders' effort the other night when we backed them against Calgary. So that was a little bit frustrating. I do think obviously we'll get the Sorokin start here, but yeah, it's just not quite enough from them. And as bad as Detroit's playing, that's being priced in because to be this big of a road favorite in the NHL, when you're playing the way the Islanders are playing, which isn't bad, it's solid, but it's not necessarily consistent. But they're being priced as pretty fairly here against a bad Detroit team, but they're laying it's still a pretty big number for them to be laying on the road. So I don't necessarily have interest in backing Detroit, even if it gets into plus 120s. I don't think I'll be joining some money there, but I'm not looking to bet the Isles right now either. So yeah, just nothing for me here.
All right, fair enough. Keep motoring through these games here tonight. Next up, we've got San Jose, St. Louis. The Sharks are currently plus 188. The Blues minus 230, 5.5 on the total, minus 138. Over plus 112. Under. Moretto, these Blues getting a big price here tonight against San Jose. Is it time to get disgusting?
It's not time to get disgusting, but I am on an under here. I do have a bet. Under 6 for me in this game. The Sharks are really just not generating much at 5-on-5, and they benefited from some bad goaltending against them. They're shooting 10% at 5-on-5 in their last 5 games, which is why that they've had this little uptick in offense. It has not been because they are generating more. So that's going to regress, especially when you look at who they have up front. Now, St. Louis, it looks like they've dropped off defensively, but the schedule has been very tough. They still do tend to tighten up against the weaker teams. I very much expect them to do so here. They're not generating that much themselves either. Binnington's been inconsistent. Yes, that definitely scares me a little bit, but against a Sharks offense, I would expect him to have a nice bounce back here. And yeah, I mean, Askarov making his NHL debut, or not NHL debut, Sharks debut, sorry. Definitely a little bit like more of a mixed bag or an unknown there, but he's been good, and I'll be in a very small sample, 3 NHL starts, but he's been very good in them, and he's had an unreal start in the AHL right now. So he's seen the puck well. I trust him enough against a Blues team that doesn't really score much. So I just don't trust either of these offenses right now. I think this is a good spot to get on an under, and I think honestly I wouldn't have been surprised if this was at more closer to 5.5. So getting what we're getting now, I'm good with this.
Under 6 -110. Good to go, locked in under Moretto here. So money, you agree with this play here?
I agree. I do like the under, but what I like more is to get disgusting in this game.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, like you know, I'm gonna bet the Sharks. Like what are the Blues doing laying this number right now? So, this is strictly based on the number. It was similar to the San Jose Detroit game. I like this Sharks team, right? Like they are where they are because of they're just a young team that is trying to find their way, right? They're gonna have moments where they're gonna play well, and most of the time they're gonna struggle. I fully understand that. I'm not expecting them to win this game, but I'm not okay with letting this price on the Blues go, right? So for that reason, I am going to play the Sharks. I think that we can probably get a better number, just waiting a little bit. But even where it is now, like down to plus 185, I'm good. I'm good with the Sharks.
We'll grab that FanDuel number there, plus 188 right now. And that will be the second best bet in this game that we give out. So we get the under 6 -110. We also take the Sharks money line plus 188 there. A couple more games to get to for tonight. Let's start with the Panthers Blackhawks game. Florida here tonight is minus 245. Chicago plus 198. Total of 5.5 on FanDuel. Over is minus 142, under plus 116. So money, back to you. Another team that you have had some interest in, or at least been keeping your eyes on, with the Chicago Blackhawks here.
Yeah, but not tonight though. Not in this not in this situation. I think that Florida Florida's lost 3 out of 4 now. And I think that they're gonna be they're gonna have pockets in their season where we can take advantage of them not being fully into it. I think that we're probably in a stretch like that right now, but not against Chicago, right? So like I'm not gonna like it's there's not much Chicago can do, even if Florida's not playing up to their potential. That's gonna trouble Florida here too much. So I will pass on this game, and I don't see. You could make a case slightly for the under, but I'm not there yet, because if Florida does want to put up 6 themselves, they will. So yeah, so I'll be passing this game.
Moretto, do you have anything in this one?
No. Yeah, it depends on what Florida shows up kind of night to night, right? And this is, I mean, after coming off those losses, allowing 6 goals the other night, I do think maybe they will try and tighten up here a little bit and get back on track, because we have seen in the past they have a tendency to play a little looser against these weaker teams, and they kind of stray from their like suffocating sort of style and open things up a little bit, which results in them giving up more, scoring more. But given the circumstances of the last game and kind of their little stretch here against the Devils and Jets, I don't necessarily expect that to be the case. So I think we will see a more concentrated effort, which if we do get that, I think the under is a good bet here. But again, just don't fully trust it, and not quite getting the goaltending right now either. So I'm just going to stay off of it altogether.
All right, let's go. Next game, Rangers Flames, New York -162. The Flames +134. Another total of 5.5 on FanDuel -132 over +108 under. Moretto, we'll go to you. What, if anything, do you have in this game?
Yeah, so over's taking a little bit of money here, which I disagree with, and I think I'm good to come on an under 6. There's some pretty cheap under 6s right now, which I'm comfortable with. So yeah, I mean, I maybe sound like a broken record here, but like Calgary cannot generate offense against good teams. They just have not been able to do it all season. It continues to be the case. The Rangers did go through a little bit of a rough patch defensively, but they have really tightened things up again. And when they have these steps down in class, they are generally, limiting what they give up. And, when they do have these rougher games, they still have the goaltending to mask it. Offensively, I know Hedl made the trip to Calgary. I don't expect him to play, though, still. He's with the team. I still don't expect him to play. So I think that really downgrades this Rangers offense as well. Yeah, look, last game we saw against Vancouver, that was an under game that finished way too high scoring. And obviously I gave out the under on the show, but yeah, I still think that was the right side in that game. We just didn't quite get the goaltending. I don't think that'll be the case here. And I don't think Calgary is going to really threaten the Rangers all that much with what they can get going. And, the Rangers aren't exactly lighting the lamp themselves right now. So I trust both teams a little bit here to keep this lower scoring. And I think getting 6 is a nice number.
Under 6 -105. We grab courtesy of Moretto. So, Money, do you have anything to add to this game?
I completely agree. I think that I'm waiting for the over money here that's coming in to kind of settle a bit, and then I'll be betting on the under as well. Similar thoughts to Alex. That game against Vancouver, that was a dead under. Right? We just didn't get the goaltending that even at the baseline level from either guy, we just didn't get it. So I think that it's tough to expect that kind of goaltending performance again. But Calgary's having trouble generating. Rangers, they are trying to tighten up. So I agree with the under here. We can make it a double best bet.
Double best bet under 6 -105. Final game of the night that we got to get to here before we wrap things up. We have the Wild Oilers game. Minnesota here is +125. The Oilers -150. Total of 6.5 on FanDuel, +110 over, -134 under. So, Money, what do you have for us in this one?
Interesting game. Oilers. We know how I feel about the Oilers, but they're just getting to a level as quickly as I thought they would at this point. And the Wild, and I feel the same way about the Wild. Both of these teams, I'm expecting a lot more from, and neither of them are just getting up to my level. So, and they're playing against each other, so it's really tough to get a gauge on this game for me. So I will pass on the game, but I'm really curious what kind of effort that we get from both of these teams.
Moretto, do you have anything to add to this breakdown here?
No point talking in depth about a game we don't have bets on. I'm looking forward to watching this one, though. I think this is one I actually will. My bedtimes have been getting earlier and earlier these days, but I think this is one I will actually definitely make a point of staying up for, because this should be a fun game between two teams that I do think are very good. So no bet, side and total are priced pretty fairly in my opinion, and I'm just going to look forward to watching this one.
All right, that'll do it for best bets. Here's what we've got so far: Canes Devils under 6.5 -115, Sharks moneyline +188, Sharks Blues under 6 -110, and finally Rangers Flames under 6 -105. What are your guys' thoughts on going with the no goal scorer parlay here again? I built one out using the BetStamp Pro tool, getting the best prices across. I'm trying to find edges using those, and I've got 4 if you guys have interest in this one.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. These are the 4 we've got. The 4 legs go to build to +246. So you're even a little bit more than yesterday, right? Here is where we're at. Buchnevich, no goal, -260. Stutzla, no goal, minus 270. Blake Coleman, no goal, minus 390. And Bo Horvat, no goal, minus 220. Stay clear of the Tampa game, the Tampa Columbus, that we feel like there could be a lot of goals. We have the under in that Blues Sharks game, and we have the under in the Rangers Flames game. So we get two guys to not score goals in those. And then outside of that, I mean, we have no total interest. There you go. These guys ain't scoring today. We have no total interest in the Islanders Red Wings or the Vegas Ottawa game. So
You put Travis Hamonic in that parlay, he scores twice.
I can confidently say that this is the one, you guys.
This is the one.
This is the one. We were close last night.
Do we throw a quick ATG parlay in with from the chat though? So we have contrasting
one-on-one,
no goal.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what the chat has.
More quickly.
Okay, let's go. I'll read these quickly. So here is what we've got for tonight. I did see a Netchess assist sent earlier. That was by Charles. Just wanted to let people know if they wanted to tail Charles on that. Here are what we have for goal scorers. Charles says Drew Wynn. Oh, that's power play point. My bad. Never mind. Sorry on that one. Goal scorers for tonight: Nick Waugh and anytime goal, Bertuzzi anytime goal. The other ones that we have are Francois says Skinner plus 325, Hyman plus 155, Huberto plus 300. We also got Fantilli, Lafreniere, Goudreau, Monahan, Chikrin, Kachuk plus 180. Francois says my board spray for today. We got Pinto, Kent Johnson, Hurdle, Engvall, Kachuk. There's a ton. Are there any that you guys like? And if there's consensus,
Kent Johnson has an unreal number at FanDuel, and if we do like the over there, I think that maybe if we do get the Johansson start, it's gonna be a really nice price. So Kent.
Let's
Kent
go with Jordan
in.
there.
So many.
There's some weird stuff going on with Brady Tkachuk in Ottawa right now.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the move. Hopefully.
Hurdle stands out. What's the pricing on Hurdle?
Plus 310.
310. That's a good number too. Let's run it back with Hurdle. We had him last night. Well, we didn't. Sam and Albert did.
Sam and Albert did. Okay, so Ken Johnson in, Hurdle in. Let's get two more here for tonight if we can. Monahan.
Let's pick. We already have Kent Johnson.
Oh shit! Right.
Let's get one of Francois in here. What do you think? Ganther, Schmaltz, Gaudreau.
You got Chikrin, Gaudreau, Lafreniere.
Skinner or Hyman? Let's do a Skinner or a Hyman.
Okay, let's see. We got
Skinner or Hyman, I think.
Hyman
210. Hyman 210.
Bang.
It's a nice number.
Let's go one more. Anything else you guys can think of? Let's see if there's anything.
I'm scrolling through these ones again. Let's pick one of Charles's. Maybe I don't know. It's tough to go with Bertuzzi in this game here against Florida, but we already have Hurdle, so we can't narrative. Go.
Let's see.
Could be.
He is 370. It's the best price in the market on FanDuel on Bertuzzi.
Seahawks for life said Pinto, but we already have. Do we have someone there now? Yeah, we have Hurdle.
Yeah.
So Rod gave Hurdle.
McMichael.
I just
at the buzzer.
Right. At the buzzer. Yeah.
I like that.
All right, he's in. Oh, and he's locked right now. Oh fuck. On FanDuel, currently locked. Oh, everyone in that game is locked right now. Okay, well, we will get updated odds on it, and we will tweet this out.
We'll tweet the graphic out.
These are the four that you're going to have. Kent Johnson, Thomas Hurdle, Zach Hyman. When that one comes back up and is on the board again, we will lock in McMichael. That entire game is locked right now. So We will tweet it out once we find it. Once we find out what that official number is going to be when it comes back listed. But those are the 4 recap bets quickly. Hurricanes, Devils under 6.5, -115. Sharks, moneyline, +188. Sharks, Blues under 6, -110. Rangers, Flames under 6, -105. Our no goal scorer parlay, you guys just got the yes goal scorer, but the no is Buchnevich, no. Stützle, no. Coleman, no. Horvat, no. That is +246. So those are our best bets for tonight. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time for more picks and previews. Make sure to like and subscribe on your way out. Thank you very much. Enjoy the games tonight. Good luck on your bets.